Hello, welcome back to the Third Degree. Today, we're talking about something not movie related and not really discussing much. We're actually theory crafting and predicting what's going to happen in the next and final series. Sorry if that was a bit loud. Of Game of Thrones. Now, this is something I've been thinking about because we've just started watching season 7 again. Yeah, there's a lot to say and think about to figure out what's going to actually happen next series. You've just said you were a really big fan of season 7. I wasn't.
I did like season 7. I think it was faster moving than the previous couple.
Yeah, I
which
do
was
agree
my
with that.
issue with the latest seasons. You know, there's so much was set up in the first 4, and then 5 and 6. It's almost as if they knew they were going to go to season 8, but were starting to run out of ideas.
Yeah.
That they were worried that they were going to finish by the end of 5.
Yeah.
So just stretched
they padded it out. Yeah.
It's unnecessarily padded.
Yeah. No, I get that. Yeah, it's why I think for a lot of people, season 5 is their worst season. Because
Yeah.
at least some of those things tied up more in season 6. Yeah, it was a combination of more plot lines, and then we got a whole new set in this one.
Mm-hmm.
Shall we kick it off with something a bit, rather than just saying story plot threads that we want to happen next time, should we kick it off with who we want to die next season?
Everybody is going to die.
Okay. Who do we want to still be alive next series?
Nobody, everyone's going to die.
How do you want each individual person to die?
In the most expensive way possible.
Okay, one character that I hate, I want to see die in a very good way. Euron Greyjoy, I think, is just the worst. He's not even like, I kind of like him because he's such of a prick. Like
Tyrion. We all love Tyrion because
Yeah.
he's a dickhead.
Yeah, and like,
Yeah.
even like Ramsay Bolton had his cool moments sometimes.
Yeah.
Euron Greyjoy was just annoying. I just want him to die quickly. He's got to die next. There's no room for him. It doesn't fulfill Theon and Yara's arc if Euron doesn't die next series. I don't know who's going to kill him. I would imagine they would make it one of the Greyjoys to fulfill their arc properly.
Cersei will probably kill him. I think
can also
that
imagine
she's
Jaime
the
killing him
most
as well, to be fair.
unpredictable character that they've written in.
Yeah.
She just will say one thing and something else will completely happen. She's probably not even pregnant.
Oh no, I don't think that either. I think that's everything she's done so far is a lie. Everything
Season
she's
7
done to
was
try
a
and get
lie.
people on her side is a lie. I don't think she'll marry Euron Greyjoy. I think that was a lie. I think she'll have him killed beforehand once she's got his armies. Yeah, I think there's no way she lasts throughout this series. I would be surprised if she lasts past halfway through, to be fair. Unless they make her the final threat and the whole White Walker threat is dealt with beforehand.
That's a way of looking at it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because her armies are on the way north, but not north. They're going to go and fight Jon Snow and Daenerys, aren't
Yeah.
they? Whereas Jon and Dany are going to fight the White Walkers, and they think that
Cersei's sending her armies, yeah. And the thing is that all they're going to get, they're going to think, oh, there's an army coming to help us, and all that's going to turn up is Jaime Lannister.
I'll take that. He's badass. Even with one hand.
I can see Bronn following him, demanding his payment because he's left without paying him.
Yeah.
Just like the only reason he saved his life in when he's about to get roasted by a dragon.
Yeah.
It's like, you don't die until you pay me.
Yeah.
So I think that might be Bronn's reason for going up north as well, because they're going to get Bronn up north.
Bronn might die.
I can
Bronn
see
might
Bronn
die
going, yeah.
saving Jaime Lannister.
Yeah, no, I can see that as well. I'm surprised he's still alive now, to be fair.
Yeah.
I'm very surprised he's still alive. Yeah, I can see him dying trying to save Jaime. That would be interesting. Or Tyrion, either one.
I can see the three main characters. Well, they are the 3 main characters: Dany, Jon, and Tyrion.
Yeah.
All ruling at the end as the 3-headed Targaryen dragon. 3 rulers. You know, you've got one. Jon Snow will stay in the north.
Yeah.
Tyrion will, I don't know, be pissed. And Dany will be fit.
Yeah.
I mean, Jon Snow's pretty damn attractive as well, actually. Mind you, I'm all for the Dinkleberry. I think that's what.
Sorry. Anyway,
It's going to be. There's going to be a big fight. Night King's going to be on It's Viserion, isn't it? That's
Yeah. Yep.
that's
White
re-dead,
dragon.
re-alive,
White dragon.
unalive, undead.
Undead.
It's one of those. The terminology was right in there somewhere. Him going to be on that, and then you're going to have Danny on, Drogon,
Yeah.
and then John on
Rhaegar.
the other one.
I think we've already seen that. You know the scene in the trailer
Yeah,
when
and
they're going
got
through
Drogon
the
on
trench.
that side, and then that one.
Yeah.
The other one.
I think
and
they've
the two of them there.
CGI'd that to take both of the riders out because they've done
Oh
it
no,
before.
I was on about. There's a shot in the snow, and you've got Danny and John there, and you've got the two dragons.
Oh,
heads either
yeah,
side.
but I think we've actually seen the scene of the two dragons flying, where it would be them two on them when she's maybe teaching him how to fly a dragon or something. It looks like when they go through like that trench, it looks almost like a friggin' pod race from Phantom Menace.
Not seen the trailer.
Haven't you?
I've tried to avoid everything.
I'm not even sure whether it was the last one or not. I think it's one of the first ones that came out, and yeah, it's just. You literally just see two dragons. You don't see anything on them, but I think it's been a CGI'd to remove them. Just as we've seen with things like Infinity War, when they photoshopped that in the Hulk into scenes where he wasn't there. I think they've done a bit of trickery to make it seem like that's not
because
happening.
of the monstrous effect of the hype machine.
Yeah, exactly.
Over Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Especially after, was it 5, where every episode was leaked? Something like a month before.
It's a good job I wasn't watching it then, because I binged the whole thing. I hadn't. I'd seen a couple of episodes that you'd shown me, before. I think it was the end of season 4, and I hadn't watched any of the rest of it. And then a couple of years ago, I think I was in year 12, and I just binged the whole thing.
What else do you do while you're supposed to be doing your A level?
Exactly. I think I actually watched some of it in my free periods in the common room. So, yeah, what else was I going to do?
Because it's so great and it gets so much attention from absolutely everybody.
Yeah, everybody is always talking about it. I think they're still going to be talking about it after it's finished, so...
Oh yeah, because of the 5 or so prequel series that are going to come out.
Yeah, one of which is just the same thing as Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Which I don't understand.
Doesn't matter.
Like...
Everyone will still watch it.
Yeah.
It's like Disney making musicals, it doesn't matter. They can do what they like, nothing is going to go wrong. They could throw endless amounts of cash at things.
Yeah.
And it will still turn at least a 10 times profit.
Yeah. Are there any specific predictions for story type things that you either want to see or think is going to happen?
I want to see Tyrion revealed as a Targaryen.
Okay, any reason?
I just think it's the whole thing about the sigil of the Targaryen being a 3-headed dragon, and at the minute we've got 2. And they kept teasing Jon as another Targaryen, and then they did reveal it. I think they need to reveal Tyrion as one. It would make everybody so much, I think, happier. It would definitely make Cersei happier, because then she'd be like, alright, you're not my brother anymore, here's a knife in the face.
I mean,
I don't think she'd worry about killing him anyway.
Yeah, exactly. That's one of the things that, I don't think it would bother her at all. She still hates him.
It would affect Tyrion. I think he'd...
Oh, yeah.
He'd start questioning everything he's ever done. I would like to see that, but I wanted to see that, and then have the 3 of them riding dragons into battle at the very end.
I don't think
each of them on a dragon.
Tyrion's character, I don't think would have done that anyway.
Yeah, I think
I think his affinity with the dragons when he.
Yeah, that was the biggest hint. Back in.
Yeah, that's what
3, 4,
I think. Yeah, I think that's what a lot of people go on.
That was a big deal, and then you saw Jon actually touching Drogon, and then you're like, oh shit, he's a Targaryen. So then you've got that backlink. Is Tyrion one as well? I think that's going to be revealed quite early on.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see him maybe doing it purely because of how they did season 7, because they structured season 7 with a lot of plot devices that were just fan service. A lot of season 7 had a lot of fan service in it.
Yeah.
And so I can see them doing it for that reason. The one reason I can see them not doing it is because you have Dany with Drogon, because they're always paired up. Dany with Drogon, Jon with Rhaegar, named after Rhaegar.
Yeah.
I think that they could just say, the dragon had 3 heads. Like, there was the false head of the dragon, the fallen head of the dragon, which was Viserys, which echoes the fact that they have a fallen, false dragon.
Yeah.
And I think that's more likely. to work.
Yeah.
Because I think there are a lot of Tyrion fans out there that probably want to see his character act like he would.
Yeah. I've been starting to wonder whether Dany will die.
I think she will. That's been one of mine.
You've got the Night King
Yeah.
on his dragon and Daenerys on Drogon, and they have a fight, and the Night King wins, kills Drogon and Daenerys. And the Jon Snow, the one that doesn't want to be king, be ruling, and he's been against it the entire time, actually is.
That's been my stance for a while, is that because everything that they've done throughout, even from the beginning, I think they've had the end in mind from the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
And so I think the beginning setting up Daenerys as the one who wants to rule and feels like she's entitled to rule, I think is
Look how that's
bound
gone
to
for everybody.
it's bound to not be able to rule in the end. And the ones who don't want the responsibility, Tyrion, like Varys, people like that, Davos never wanted to be the hand of the king.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all of those people
here he
who
is.
never want the responsibility get the responsibility.
Yeah, getting it.
John being the link between the wildlings and the South, becoming Lord Commander of the Night's Watch. Even if he doesn't rule for very long, and they try and figure out some way of succession to try and so he doesn't have to do it, if that's one of his plots. But I don't know.
It's wondering where the start point of this season is going to be and where the end point is going to be. What are they going to tie up to? Like you've said, is Cersei going to be the final threat?
Yeah.
Are they going to deal with the Night King? I can see it. I don't know if I'm okay with it. It would feel a bit like the end of Return of the King, where they do the big battle, the ring's gone, then you're like, oh, I've got so much more shit to be getting on with. How long left of this film? 45 minutes.
Yeah, no, I can say that. The thing is though, they've always tried to make it out as though like the whole series is centered on, you know, it's not the Lord of the Rings, it's not black and white, it's not, you know, just as plain as it might seem. It's always the grey areas of people that are the true enemy. And I think having it all boil down to all of the good guys and all of the bad guys, I think that is a bit shallow almost for what they've always tried to do, which is why I can see them dealing with the Night King in a way. It's like, oh, we just built up 7 seasons of that. Oh shit, there's an even worse enemy over there who arguably is a much more horrible person than the Night King, especially if they bring out some backstory for him that has some real
You've got that
motivations.
bizarre theory that it's Bran.
I can see why, and I can see especially the fact that they changed his design and the new actor looks like Bran, which is kind of weird. But I think that was just a case of changing the actor.
Yeah, I'm not entirely convinced by the entire thing. I would like to see, actually, you know, they're up there, Jon and Dany are up there fighting the White Walkers and whatever, and then Cersei's army just comes up from behind and starts slaughtering them. Pincer move like the Battle of the Bastards. He comes around the back. What if that's what happens? Then everybody just die. White Walkers just take over.
Everyone, yeah.
I think it's so unpredictable, especially that George R.R. Martin just seems to have stopped writing.
Yeah, because I think he just handed the reins over to.
He did. He told
people.
them how he wanted it to end. This is his story that they're telling, but he's just not going to write anymore, which is a shame because the novels are actually really good.
Yeah, that one over there.
Yeah. But the novels I think were ruined because the TV show caught up,
them. Yeah,
started changing stuff.
I can see if he does do it, he will change
Barristan
the story.
Selmy survives till the end of the novels, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And he's dead, which is a shame because he was like
Yeah, he was great.
And he was there fighting up all that in Karth, wasn't it? Or Marine, where he dies.
Yes, in the streets
with the masked assassins.
Yeah,
like the Cult of Cosmos from Assassin's Creed.
They are, aren't they? Yeah,
just like the Cult of Cosmos.
The
and he's
Sons
just
of the
there like
Harpy,
slashing away. And one little fucker just comes up
and stabs him.
Like,
See, looking at it now, I hadn't thought about this until now, but why kill him off? I think
there was no point to it. I don't think.
I think he serves a purpose in coming back with Daenerys to Westeros, where he came from in the first place. Maybe she dies, and who's going to tell Jon about what Rhaegar was actually like? His dad, who at this moment he knows the story and thinks that will think that his dad kidnapped his mom and raped her.
Yeah.
Who's going to be there to actually tell him otherwise?
Bran.
Well, yeah, but
who's got to convince people that you can see the past?
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing.
Samwell.
Yeah, but Oh yeah, because
Him and Bran are together now. And
and Sam
gonna...
found out about the marriage, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that I suppose,
there are records somewhere then.
I love that. I can't wait to see that scene. Okay, we are just gonna have to cut this off short. This one short, because we just reviewed what we just said, and it turned out to be like 45 minutes long. So what we're gonna do is just cut this off here, and we'll see you next week for Game of Thrones Season 8 Predictions Part 2. If you did enjoy what we said so far, then make sure to like and leave a comment on what you thought of our theories so far, and make sure that you subscribe and hit the little notification bell so that you don't miss out on Part 2, which we will bring to you next week. So yeah, sorry about that, but we don't think you want to sit through nearly an hour's worth of us talking about this.
We don't want to be here for that long.
No, yeah. So sorry about that, but we will see you next week, ready with Part 2 of this video.